All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. So who am I here with?
Bear, other half of OC, Organized Chaos. Also, Bear ENT Racing is what I'm normally known as. I've been doing car shows for about 10 years, so that's where I originally came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's longer than Polo.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How'd you get into the car shows?
I mean, I always did a little bit of drag racing and, cutting up in the streets, sliding, stuff like that. I always did party promotion when I played football back in college, and it kind of just mixed my promo and love of cars together and teamed up with some folks and started doing car shows. I actually came in on I'm not sure, a lot of people know about it now, but the big rim racing scene. I had a new car, I had an old school too at the same time, and I was trying to dance between both. Polo was talking about him being an OG, one of the OGs too. I'm a little bit younger than Polo, so I sit in the middle, so a lot of the young sliders know me, and a lot of the OGs know me from the, the old school scene too, because I came out there.
That's what's up. You talked about old cars and new cars.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you prefer?
Yeah, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, both of us are a little bit older, so our dads drove old school Chevys, and his dad drove a Mustang, stuff like that. So old schools always hold a real hold in my heart. But technically, the funny thing is I jumped out and was doing film and helping doing promo because I'm on the business side when it comes to these car shows and stuff. I slide, I do stunt driving too. I've been in a few movies too. But I'm heavy on the business side. I'm doing all the organization and everything in the background and helping manage Polo. For me, the new cars, when I jumped in the old school scene, I was actually already known for racing my new Challenger, and I had a Genesis and things of that nature. And I was real trying to get known on that scene because at the time, 10 years ago, big rim racing was brand new. Everybody was looking at like these guys got old school cars with candy paint and 26 and 30-inch rims, and they going down the track in less than 10 seconds. So it was amazing for that then. Not realizing that what me and Polo was just cutting up doing in the streets, sliding was actually gonna get so big. And it actually was already big years ago, but it was gonna get big here on the East Coast. So it just mixed in, so I really can't choose. The sliding is what's in now. Big rim racing is still in too, so I always deal with both, but as of right now, they don't ask about the sliding. That's what they love.
Hell yeah, who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
So talk about the business side of things. How'd you break into the business side?
It's kind of a combination of things. Like technically, when I went to school, I was focused on playing balls. Cars was a hobby thing. I was focused on playing football, doing some business stuff. I used to do parties and go to school for physical therapy. So cars took Polo out the streets. Cars was a hobby for me. Football took me out the streets. So I really wasn't thinking about it. It was really when I slowed down on football and I started working at a car dealership and I got me another performance car that I started more pushing toward back to the car love and having more time for it. And it just kind of mixed together as I got into the business with doing, because I actually own a shop myself. I run BWD Motorsports. I do most of wheels and suspension and stuff. I took that love of doing the business side of cars and my love of doing the business side of partying and marketing, and I was like, you know what, let me jump into these car shows because it seems the same, and it is just about the same. But like Polo said, down here in Atlanta, once I moved down to Atlanta, when you get big on the car scene, you become pretty much a celebrity yourself. The celebrities call us to be in their music videos. They use our cars to be in their videos. So it's, it taps in.
Yeah, it's a huge networking opportunity, right?
Yeah.
They say it's not what you know, but it's who you know.
Big time, big time. Like Polo said, it's all inclusive. Just being real, I'm a black guy mixed with, Hispanic a little bit, that's from hood areas that most corporate guys would never know. But you pull up to a car show, and just because of the car you have, this person that would have never walked up to you in the streets will actually come have a conversation with you about your car, and turns into a whole networking scene. And it really brings people together, it takes people's barriers and walls down and stigmatisms of other people because they come out and they enjoy one thing.
100%. Where are you from originally?
I was born in New York, but I moved down here to Atlanta from South Carolina. I lived in Columbia for a long time.
Cool. And how was that? How's the car culture over there?
Car culture in Columbia, South Carolina is very similar to Atlanta. It's not as big as a city, but a lot of the guys that stay up in the Carolina area, you can catch them down here on the weekends. If there's a big event in Atlanta, a lot of them are coming down here. Columbia sits in between Charlotte and Atlanta, so it's two big cities that are near it. Charlotte has its own big car scene too. There's a few drivers that'll be at our February 2nd event that come from North Carolina. So, you know, it has a heavy car scene also.
And how do you keep up with all the demands? Obviously, there's tons of people trying to get tickets. There's tons of people, you know, trying to reach out to you, I'm sure, and, you know, sponsor and all that. How do you keep that all straight? How do you make sure all the mouths get fed, or do you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody.
It's a lot of fun. It can get kind of expensive. However, that's where, you know, putting in the work and me and Polo taking the time out to do the things that we do, it's just really a team effort. If it wasn't for some of the people that we have in the background that do a lot of stuff that we do, we couldn't get it done. It's also years of grinding. Me and Polo have been doing a lot of stuff in the background that people don't know about. We've been doing this stuff together for years and years and years. Sometimes it just, you know, after a while working on something just hits, and that's what just happened with Organized Chaos. It just hit.
That was you had $1 million contract, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too, is me and Polo been working on the scene, like trying to take what we do in stunt driving and street driving, this car stuff, and make it into a business situation for a long time. I mean, we were looking in front of like big time contracts back when like the ENT world was out. We had a big opportunity, you know, things happen, but there's a lot of businesses that the car community just connects you to.
We got some strobe lighting going on.
Oh yeah, it probably needs another battery. It needs another battery. I can grab one.
I don't know if you could pop another one in there. Or...
Yeah.
I can roll up my quickie.
Yeah, sorry about all that.
Are you good?
Again, I like that stuff, you know, because it's more raw. You know what I mean? That's kind of what this is.
Exactly.
It's not overly produced. It's like grassroots, which is what y'all are about.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing over here.
Perfect.
So, okay, so you talked about being on the business side of things.
OC's forced me to be more in front of the camera now. I kind of slowed down on the stunt driving as much lately, because my agent that used to book me a lot from Rise for Show, Efren, passed away. Efren is a well-known big-time agent that takes a lot of us street drivers and puts us in movies and different videos and things of that nature. He passed away last year, and like even before then, I was more focused into the shop, so I do a lot of different stuff. And then even with the business of doing extra and stunt driving for different movies and music videos and stuff like that, Efren actually taught me the back end. I love to learn the back end of every business I do. So he was my agent, and he booked me and put me in different stuff, but he also showed me how to book a lot of different people in the car community. So that's where me and Polo had already been boys for years. We rolled together for a long time, and so he met me as soon as I moved down here. But when Efren actually showed me how to book cars and how to, like, when celebrities call me, how to do my own thing when it comes to getting bookings for movie shots and stuff like that, that's when I started calling Polo, like, yo, we got this to do, we got that to do. And it just went from there to the point where I can actually step back from stunt driving and I could just book everybody and we all, you know, get our rates together and make our money.
That's what's up.
Yep.
It's good that somebody showed you the ropes, right? That's not something that you went looking for, right? It just kind of like you were around the scene, he took you under his wing type thing.
Man, shit, I was about to get a story how Efren found me. It was a car show randomly. I think it was like 2015, 2016. Me and Polo had the same type of challenge. I had a super track. I was in the middle of the street. There was a couple cars that were up for me that was showing out, and I was in front of a fire department warehouse, and it didn't seem like the firefighters gave a damn what was going on, so I started cutting donuts in the middle of the street. Police ran over to the car, was about to grab me. The firefighter was like, nah, he cool, and let me go. It was kind of a crazy coincidence. And then as I went up the street, when I got out of my car, Efren ran up to me and was like, bro, he said, I don't know who the fuck taught you how to drive, but instead of you getting in trouble, I can make you some money. And it just went from there.
And that changed everything.
Yeah.
That's cool. You never know when that moment's gonna happen.
Yep. I mean, that went from that to straight to a Future video, so.
Which video?
I can't even remember, because a lot of times, like, Efren was so, like, big with it, he would put us to, like, the background, and we'd find out later. So I know, like, when we did 2 Chainz video, I still to this day can't remember what the song was, but whatever the one is where his mama and his aunt's in there and they got the pool tables outside, that was one of the videos he had us in. I had me in the movie with T.I. and Mike Epps. I think it was like, damn, what I don't even remember the name of that movie. Like, I found out a year later once the movie came out. But I know Tiana Taylor, Loretta Devine, all of that stuff, they were all in that movie. They put my car in that movie. And then a couple of, like, different, like, just random, like, there was an overseas movie that came over here for 3 months to shoot. They had us out for a week, paid us crazy just to do all kind of stunt stuff. We never even seen the damn movie, but we got paid, so.
Hell yeah, and it's on to the next one.
On to the next one.
That's what's up. Speak on your roster of like stunt drivers. How do you select a stunt driver? How do you present your stunt drivers, or like how does that work?
It's kind of crazy. Like we go both for picture cars. They call it picture cars when they actually just pretty much just picking it up out of a lineup of cars. You just send them the lineup of cars of who has this car and what car, and they just pick the car. That's one line of selection if they're not doing too much stunt driving. When it comes to actual stunt driving, I don't pick too many people. It's really just me, Polo, and like 2 other guys that we really trust that can stunt drive. And if we bring in other cars, we'll bring in other cars. So that's how it kind of goes with the stunt driving. Or, you know, once in a blue moon, if we had somebody at our show and they just really like just showed out and we just seen them do something, we might hit them up and say, hey, this is an opportunity, and, you know, bring them in.
Nice. Speak on like the style of stunt driving. Do you see somebody sliding and you know who it is sometimes, or?
Do you like dictate who's sliding by the way they slide?
Yeah. We know who can slide and who can't slide. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be far away in the crowd and shit, and they be sliding right there. We already know who it is. We already gonna pick it up because everybody got their own. You know what I mean?
But you can tell immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're like right now, like when we do our legal pits are a little bit different than everybody else. Ours isn't as much as a free fall. Like it's like when we bring in these drivers and they sign up to register to come to an organized chaos event, organized chaos is technically being shot as a TV show. So we try to kind of vet, and even if we can't vet somebody who's coming in, that's just like a random driver that's coming in for that legal pit event that day, as soon as they start driving, like I mean immediately, the first donut, we know if you're a driver or not.
Yeah, we know you're a driver now. That fucking first donut, that's all we have, that's all it takes.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, for us, because one, safety is, now that we're coming off the street sliding, and you know, they got things called bowler balling and bowling pin and all that shit, that's knocking over people that's in the way and stuff like that. We can't do that anymore. So now we have to be very cautious to who we drive, because I mean, we got pro drivers. Like last event, we had one of our best sliders. I had to kick him out the pit. Because, I mean, he went face first through the tires in the gate. I mean, the tires in the gate definitely protected everybody, but we don't want the cars actually hitting that. So, you know, that's one of our biggest rules when we do our pits is if you start getting out of control, if you hit something, if somebody gets hit, you got to go like that quick. So, and then, like, we make jokes on our flyers, no one-wheel peeling. So if your car doesn't have enough power to really slide, don't even try to jump in the pit. Like, it's a lot of that stuff.
What's the maximum amount of cars you have in a pit?
Well,
6.
yeah, I think we just got up to like 4, somewhere between 4 and 6 on the last event. We made Atlanta pit, we putting that shit on the map. Atlanta pit is the best pit in the South. Just putting that out there.
For the record.
For the record. And just being real, OC, we got more than one pit. We only just showed y'all one of them.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's sick. That's a lot of adrenaline, right? If you're in the pit with like 5 other cars, you gotta be locked in. You gotta be focused, right?
You gotta be locked in. That's the only thing you better be locked in. Don't worry about shit up, but they got they be locked in.
Mm-hmm.
They say, I don't know why I'm thinking about this now, but but also like the safest drivers are actually the fast drivers.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are like not paying attention, putting down the road.
Yeah.
Those are actually the dangerous drivers. Those are the ones causing the accidents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like the ones that, if you're driving fast, you gotta have tunnel vision. You gotta be locked in and focused. You can't be breaking focus.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a misconception,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you're in the pit, like you're not thinking about anything else. You're just zoned in.
Yeah.
And you got to be, it's kind of like a band too,
Yeah.
right? It's because like everybody's kind of playing off everybody else, right, in a way.
One thing, what it is though, you don't want to get embarrassed. So, cause the camera's on you, like the crowd seeing you.
Yeah.
So your ass do one stupid ass shit, you get embarrassed, so you're gonna get put on Instagram. So your ass better know how to slide when you come out to these pits.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they gonna drone the hell out your ass.
Right.
Shit. That's why I said we know who the drivers is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have their stickers on their cars too, right? Decals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have different like teams. Yeah.
And flags too.
Yeah.
Is that good? Or is there anything else you want to talk about? I know with the business stuff and everything, you can talk straight into the camera and just say what's coming up in 2025 or.
I mean, 2025, like Polo said, we booked up like crazy. If you want to jump in on them bookings, we ain't 2024 price no more.
Hell nah.
Nah, once the news hit us, that was it. And I mean, we're not done either. So February 2nd is the go-to date that we're looking at for the second date. We have a backup date of February 9th, but that's when the next Atlanta legal pit is really jumping up. And actually Fox 5 is doing a long story on us for that one. So right now we're just lining everything up. So if you want to come sponsor us, if you want your business to be shout out, both of us have a large following on Instagram. We got YouTubers behind us, and that's a big thing with me and Polo that separates us from a lot of different companies that do different shows or different stuff like that. When people want to jump in and actually get advertised, we can't call the numbers.
That's a booking right there. If it's in the payment.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can go in on that. Hey, that's a booking right there, baby. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, that's how it goes 24/7, every single day. As you see, I got to figure out what that is in part of management, figure out what.
This is Arizona.
Oh, okay, there we go. Arizona. So Arizona, I think we down in Arizona in May, right? March.
Yeah.
March. Yeah, we down in Arizona in March. Me and Cali all through February. While we got to do our show at the beginning of February. So that's the main thing we focus on right now is the beginning of February. February 2nd is Organized Chaos 2nd episode. So last one was crazy. It was 300-400 people couldn't even get inside because it got so packed out. So, I mean, just get ready for the next one.
Where can we watch the Organized Chaos episodes?
So, Organized Chaos right now, we have a deal with All Urban Central on YouTube. They're going to be doing our first 3 episodes. Tubi, Netflix, Amazon, where the fuck y'all at? We have the following. We did almost 2,000 people, and we never posted the flyer to our fucking page. That was all on our story mode.
Yep. We
had celebrities show up that we did not call to come out there. We had every big car YouTuber you can ever think of in the South, coming from damn Cali, that showed up. And also, let me just put this to y'all, how strong our following is. We did that in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Like, I'm talking about 2 weeks.
2. We got everybody scared. Every car show promoter, every business person that invests in car shows right now has called our phone. It's belt to ass right now.
Where they kind of at? It's belt to ass. Hey, I'm telling you.
But yeah, right now, and we see a lot of people, and we congratulate them too, because there's a couple of other teams that we fuck with that are jumping onto the legal pit scene. We won't throw names out. You gotta pay us to throw your names out. But yeah, there's legal pits is where it's at. We trying to get everybody off the streets, but OC, Organized Chaos, that is the pit to be at. Everybody knows that shit. It's the biggest, and we have other shit up our sleeves, especially with being teamed up with Pink Flamingo. When you got 2 teams like that, that shit just goes crazy.
Yes, sir.
For sure. I didn't hear YouTube in there.
Oh, which one? Our YouTubes?
Yeah.
We don't really. We
I got YouTube.
We got them, but there's a team of media people that's coming in. That's where all Urban Central comes in too.
Yeah, or get some behind the scenes or something like that.
Yeah, and the thing is, we have YouTubes, and we know they'll pop. Like even like with my Bear ENT racing brand, like I'll throw little stuff out there. I'm well known for doing a lot of cars, and stuff like that. Big one then is BWD Motorsports. It's just now we kind of a little more enhanced and shit going into a new location. It's one of those things that I've thrown little stuff out there and it's popped every time. Polo's done the same thing, so we know YouTube will go crazy if we did it on our own. It's just shit. As you see, we get booked up 24/7. We're so focused on the event side. OC is really because we built up our media team. We got guys. Shout out to Caleb. He's one of the guys that really helped us say like, come on, organize a real media team. So him and Big O, those are 2 leaders of our media team. And we got about 6 other guys that we work with that get this stuff done.
Nice. Cool. All right.
Just I guess y'all can shout out whatever brands y'all promotion, and then shit, we good for that.
Who you want to shout out?
Pink Flamingo. Organized Chaos.
Yeah.
Pink Flamingo USA. Organized Chaos. Bear ENT Racing, Nico Custom Wraps. Who else?
BWD Motorsports. You'll see a lot of our shit come through. It's a lot of stuff coming from that this year. Formerly known as mainly Big Wheel Tire, then same shit.
Yes, sir.
Sick. All right, cool.